So welcome back to Go to Reviews, and today we have some more details about the new rolling toolbox from Milwaukee. Now, it's not just a toolbox, it's the drawer toolbox. And it has some really nice features. They're giving us a little more details about its capacity, its versatility, particularly when it comes to how you use it with the new PACKOUT accessories that attach to the rail. They actually designed in such a way that a lot of these accessories can fit inside the actual rolling tool drawer itself. And Milwaukee seem to have thought of most of the issues that might arise from having a tool drawer that works the way it does. For example, and we're going to talk a little bit about this later, the anti-jam weep holes that are right to the base of the drawer. So when you draw it out, there's some little holes that allows debris and water to pass through. And also the dimensions are very similar to the original one at 18.75 in height and 24 inches wide. So it will fit below your tonneau cover. It has a new handle. As I said before, it's compatible with all the new accessories. And you can remove all of the dividers on the inside, and it's going to cost you $249 US. But for what they're saying here, I think it's a little steep, but I understand that they try to engineer it differently. And Milwaukee, for the most part, is to be considered late to the game because other companies have already long introduced their new toolbox system months ago. In some cases, I think even a year ago, they already released their rolling draw tool system. And a lot of us are familiar with it. A lot of people watching this video already own it and love it and love the design. But Milwaukee apparently took their time, look at the other companies, saw what they did, and tried to do a different design to them, tried to do a different approach. And it looks good. For somehow, even though it's actually similar in dimension to the other toolbox, they were able to make it even stronger with an increased capacity. And as I said before, it's more versatile. Now, I personally won't be using the dividers when I purchase it. I personally want just to have it open up so I can put all my bigger tools like my Sawzall, my circular saw, multi-tool, tools like that that are a bit bulkier that you don't want to have to raise the cover to access. So I personally won't be really using the inside the way they recommend it. Or I might. I don't know. I personally don't really like dividers. I think they take up a lot of space and they kind of reduce the amount of things you could actually put in the rolling drawer. So I personally won't be really using the dividers. But I'm really interested to see how it performs on gravel, on terrain that is not smooth. Because generally in the construction site, if you're a rolling toolbox like this, if you're not into the maintenance world where you will be in more paved areas, areas that have some kind of rubber coating, so that when you pull out the drawer, it's mostly smooth surfaces you're going to be used on. So for the most part, the technology that they implemented, which is the weep holes to the base to prevent any debris from tripping up the wheels, I want to test it on a gravelly surface to see how it performs. But so far, so good. I like the fact that they actually did something different with the internals. And obviously, the IP rating will be null and void because they have holes at the side, so you're going to get ingress of dust. And probably when it's closed, you may kind of escape the ingress of water. So I think the IP rating on this obviously won't be present, and I haven't seen it in any documents that they have posted so far. So I wouldn't even think about IP rating where this is concerned. I think it's going to do a poor job of IP rating. But for the most part, that is not the reason why most people are going to get this toolbox. It's because Milwaukee has been out since 2017, and they only now released this toolbox, and it was supposed to be released in January 2025. And then they kind of set back and say, hey, it's going to be a little later than that. And some people were saying in February, then we heard March, and now we're hearing late May. Now, for me, I most likely that will be probably a little later than May, but that's just me. I feel it just might be early January, early June. I'm sorry. And I feel that's what it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be sooner than that. But I like that they put the new handle in it so that it could fit below the tonneau cover. I like the design of it. It looks good. It looks a little bulky, but obviously That's just the way it is. But it looks good to me. I just like the way it looks. I can't wait to try it out. I can't wait to compare it to the other ones like the Klein Modbox. They have released their toolbox for the longest while. Other people like it. I don't personally own it, but they opted for 2 drawer rather than 1 drawer. So you have the larger drawer below and they have the 2 rails at the side there, the drawer rails, which some people say they don't like the idea they have rails because the rails might jam up over time and you have to replace it. But I personally have no issue with it. I like it. I think it looks good. And they choose the rail system, and I don't think it have any wheels below. I think everything hinges on those wheels. So I don't think it have the same capacity. Milwaukee's boasting a 250-pound capacity. I don't think the client is claiming that. But client has been out the door with this. So obviously, if they have to do any improvements, they already established themselves as the leaders in the drawer system. And I think other companies have released their drawer system as well. I think Flex has released their own, but Flex has chosen to do one big drawer using the very same um, two drawer slide at the side, one to support the top and one to support the bottom of good quality. No wheels at the bottom again. And then we know the Pro Gear from Rigid is 3 drawer, 2 drawer. And then we know that Tough Built is going to be releasing very soon their single drawer toolbox, which a lot of people are anticipating. I personally looking forward to it because I like the design. It looks a little more sleek than the Milwaukee. I don't know what method they're going to use. If they're going to use wheels or they're going to use the rails like Milwaukee. We don't know, but we will see as time progresses. But again, let's go over some of the features. They said it could hold over 250 pounds, quick release, and they also feature something that I haven't seen anybody else feature besides the very personalized um, system on the inside where you could put your batteries and other accessories. So they have some really versatile dividers, which I like. But like I said, I'm not going to use it. I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm not going to use it at all. But I like the fact that they're using new handle. It's almost the same size as the conventional rolling toolbox. I like that. And I like the fact that they didn't use the tracks to the side. I prefer the wheel, but I'll see where it goes as time progresses. So I'm just gonna give you a little closer look at the anti-jam whip holes right there. As you can see, some little holes at the bottom, and I imagine over time they will wear down. But I think the objective is for it to be able to. So thanks for watching, and see you on the next video.